friends, this is Renee at Salem Public Library in Salem, Ohio, and you are probably watching this because the weather was bad today and we couldn't have story time outside. So you can add some of my music videos or do some yoga from your packet to get a full story time experience. Make sure you do some stretching and yawning like my friend here in the picture. My stories today are all about this little hippopotamus. This is Fiona, and Fiona lives at the Cincinnati Zoo in Cincinnati, Ohio. She was born there, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. So, enjoy. Okay, so a little bit about Fiona. Fiona was born on January 24th of 2017, which makes her about 4.5 years old. The thing is, Fiona was born way too early, and she only weighed 29 pounds when she was born. Now that might seem pretty big to you since human babies are usually only about 7 or 8 pounds, but Fiona was supposed to weigh close to 100. They didn't even think she was going to survive because she was just so small and she couldn't nurse from her mama. So they had to give her bottles and raise her with people raised her instead of her mama and daddy. And that's actually who are giving her kisses in that picture. So you can see she did survive with a lot of help from the zookeepers at the Cincinnati Zoo, as well as doctors and nurses from the Children's Hospital in Cincinnati, because they know how to take care of tiny little babies. So Fiona, like I said, she's now 4.5 years old. She still lives in Cincinnati, and you can go visit her. I got to do that just a few months ago. She now weighs 1,900 pounds. It's probably from eating all those fruit bouquets like she's getting there. And although that seems really big, she's still quite small. Her mom, Bibi, weighs 3,500 pounds, and her dad, who passed away a few years ago, sadly, weighed 3,700 pounds. And you think that's big? Bibi and Fiona just got a new friend at the Cincinnati Zoo, and his name is Tucker, and Tucker weighs 4,500 pounds. That is a big hippo. So, now that you know a little bit about Fiona, I'm going to share her book with you, Fiona the Hippo, and here it is. Our story today is Fiona the Hippo, and it is by Richard Cowdery. Now, this is based on the true story of Fiona and how she was born very tiny, but our author and illustrator have added a little bit of imagination to this story because I don't think Fiona actually gets to play with the other animals. But in these stories, the other animals at the zoo are her friends. So this is Fiona the Hippo, and Fiona does live at the Cincinnati Zoo. On a cold winter's night, a baby hippo was born. Have you heard? She's here! Already? Yes, I haven't seen her. Have you seen her? Oh, look, and their shirts all say Team Fiona. And there look how tiny she is. All the cameras are pointing at her so they can take pictures and videos of her. She was so little. She weighed 29 pounds when she was born. That's not much bigger than my cat. Her name was Fiona, and she arrived earlier than expected. The zookeeper snuggled her and loved her, and the whole world watched. There she is! Really cute and kind of slimy, said Ostrich, as she and her friends peeked at the littlest hippo in the world. Fiona had to learn to eat from a bottle, just like other babies in the zoo, and when she was ready, she let out a snort, wiggled her ears, and said, "I've got this." And burp, she did. All those bottles. She was a hungry baby. Fiona grew stronger, and it was time to learn to walk, just like other babies in the zoo. And when she was ready, she let out a snort, wiggled her ears, and what did she say? She said, "I've got this." And wobble, wobble, plop. She tried over and over until she did. Little Fiona grew bigger still, and it was time to learn to swim, just like other babies in the zoo. Oh, look, she's got her floaty rings, noodles, and a life vest. And when she was ready, she let out a snort, wiggled her ears, and said, what did she say? "I've got this." And step by step, she's gonna plop right in there with the otters. Splash! She did. Look at that! She made such a big wave that it just pushed those otters right out of the pool. Oh, I don't think she minds. She looks pretty happy about it. The otters, not so much. Fiona grew and grew and got stronger, and the animals at the zoo were so proud. "Look at our baby, so roly-poly. When can she come out to play?" But Fiona was busy. She was growing and learning about new things every day. Oh, she's playing with the bubbles. Like bubbles. And as the animals in the zoo watched and the zookeepers watched, the whole world watched Fiona too. Soon the little hippo had a mountain of fan mail that said, "Congratulations, Fiona. You are amazing. We love you, little baby hippo." Look at all this stuff she got. Then one day, after she was done eating and walking and swimming, Fiona said, "I want to be in the water with them." She looked at the two big hippos swimming in the pool. "I want my mama and daddy." Oh, there they are. Henry and Bibi. Fiona was finally strong enough to swim with her parents, and she was ready. She let out a snort, wiggled her ears, and said, what did she say? "I've got this." And she swam with her mama for the first time. "Wow, will my teeth get that big?" she asked excitedly. Oh, Bibi does have some big teeth in there. Fiona went swimming with her daddy too. "Wow, will my bottom get that big?" she giggled playfully. Oh, look at her taking a chomp out of her daddy's bottom. She does like to chomp. Fiona loved her family, and life was good for the little hippo. Oh, just a picture of her. But something was missing. As much as Fiona loved her mama and daddy, she wanted something more. "I wish I had some friends to play with," she said. Did you hear that? It's our turn to play with the baby. It's about time. Oh, the other animals are so excited. They're all coming to Hippo Cove to see her. And one by one, the animals joined their new friend Fiona for the biggest pool party the zoo had ever seen. Oh, there she is with all of her friends. That night, Fiona snuggled up with her family. She was bigger, she was stronger, she was happy, and Fiona was loved. "Go to sleep, little hippo," said her mama. "Your next big adventure is right around the corner." As Fiona drifted off to sleep, she whispered, "I've got this." And she did. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that story. I think it's a really nice one. And That's a good attitude to take of just, I got this, and just keep on trying until you do have it. So this video, we have, this is taken from Hippo Cove at Cincinnati Zoo when I was there in the spring. And that's BB right in front of us. And so she is still quite a bit bigger than baby Fiona. Fiona will be coming along here in a minute. So hippos are vegetarians, mostly. And what I found interesting to learn about them is that they do not actually swim. Even though hippos spend a large portion of their lives in the water, they don't really know how to swim. If you watch Fiona here, she kind of bounces along the bottom of the pool and then she comes up to get a breath. But they don't actually swim as much as they kind of bounce through the water. So right now they were getting kind of wound up because it was almost dinner time and they were excited for their dinner. The water is kind of dirty. There's a lot of stuff in the water. This is actually kind of gross. Hippos are not potty trained. And they don't wear diapers, so they just kind of go where they are. So the water is dirty because of hippos going to the bathroom in it. So here we get to see them eat. You see they're kind of up out of the water so that they can get close access to the food. Fiona is the one that's closer to us. And so she kind of does tricks and performs a little more for her food. BB, she just opens her mouth and lets him throw it in. She knows she's getting the food anyways, so she doesn't really want to dance. And here's what we've been waiting for. All right, watch Fiona on the left. Watch her ears. There they go. So we got an ear wiggle. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. I love you. I miss you. Bye.